I'm Josh, the guitar player / singer.
I'm RB. I play drums.
I'm Sean, and I play bass. We're from Red Deer, Alberta.
Beauty. So let's start right there. Trashed Ambulance. Where does that name come from? It feels like there must be a good story behind that.
There really isn't, unfortunately.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
Pretty much just threw names together, and that's what we came up with.
So what were those other names that didn't make the list?
Dirty Band-Aid.
Dirty Band-Aid.
What else is there?
I didn't have any parts. I didn't have any part of this at all.
I just made that up on the spot, actually. Booze Cruise, but it's already taken.
Yeah, it was already trademarked.
That's his old band, bass players.
Yeah, you guys seem to be in a lot of bands, like especially you, Josh. You come from Chimp Change, right?
That's right. I did play in Chimp Change.
And
Another Life.
Yeah, I mean, talk about how that ended. Why did that end?
This real jerk off of can I say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
No, he's not actually. He's actually the drummer of our other band, me and Sean's other band, Loser Points.
Okay.
He decided he was going to move to Dubai for work. So we didn't have a drummer, and we were lazy and just didn't get another one. So
Okay.
that's why that band ended.
So why start a new band instead of just kind of, finding a new drummer like you obviously did to start
I
this
didn't make the
band?
cut for loser points.
Or why didn't we just?
Yeah,
get
why
Chimp
didn't you
Change going again?
just keep that going and keep that catalog of
I don't
songs
know.
going?
We just kind of decided to, fell out of contact with the bass player, and then just kind of decided to go another route.
Loser Points is another one of your bands. I'm always a little bit amazed when you got a guy that plays in two different bands, and I'm assuming you're kind of principal songwriter for both?
No, you'd be wrong.
Oh,
this
okay.
guy is actually the Loser Points guy.
Okay.
Sean.
So, at what point do they become do you write for Trashed Ambulance as well?
I do not.
You do not. Okay. So, is there ever a time where maybe Sean, you write a song, or Josh, you write a song, and either or is like, that's better for the other band, or what defines a Trashed Ambulance song versus a Loser Points song?
On the inside scoop side of things, we used to both write for Loser Points before I joined Trashed Ambulance.
That is very inside.
And then when I joined Trashed Ambulance, Josh used to sing probably about half the songs in Loser Points because I made him because I was lazy. And then when I joined Trashed Ambulance, we made a conscious decision to have him stop singing in Loser Points. So I started singing the songs that he sang in the set. And Trashed Ambulance, they had an old bass player that used to sing songs, and they trashed those out of the set. Come on, man, that wasn't on purpose. And so Trashed kind of just took all the songs that Joss sung. Loser Points, I sing all of them. And as far as writing goes, I think if you just listened to both bands and didn't know who was in it, you'd have no idea it was the same guys.
Really? So what's the difference between the two styles of music?
Yeah.
Loser Points more hardcore.
Loser Points is harder for sure.
Okay.
It's a little kind of...
Sean's angrier than me. I sing about friendship and stuff. He sings about hating his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, Trashed Ambulance gets a lot more girls and people in general to their shows.
Yeah.
Loser
We
Points
get more
is
humans.
Loser Points is a little harder side of the punk rock cookie.
Okay. So are you guys all from Red Deer? Did you guys grow up there, or did you guys move there?
No.
None of us.
None. Okay.
I'm from Saskatchewan. So is Ryan.
So let's go down the line. Ryan, you're from where in Saskatchewan are you guys
I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Okay, the
I was
big
raised
city.
there, yeah.
The big city.
Yeah.
And you?
I'm from a little podunk town called Hudson Bay,
Okay.
Saskatchewan.
Hudson Bay. Is that where they
It's
make
not
all
the
the clothing? Not the Bay. Okay.
And it's nothing to do with the clothing shop either.
Okay. And Sean?
There's no bay.
I'm
that's
from
false
Yellowknife,
advertising.
Northwest Territories represent.
Northwest Territories.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So tell me why each of you moved to Red Deer, of all places. Was it work? Was it family?
Money.
Money?
Yeah, ditto.
Red Deer College let me go there.
Okay. That was the only acceptance letter you got?
That's correct.
So how do you guys find each other then? I mean, 3 guys from total. Well, 4. Do you
I
have a
find them
4th?
annoying.
I'm starting
There
to
is a
see
4th.
that.
He's building a fence right now.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah, so he's going to pretty much come and play and head back and continue building a fence.
Okay,
What's up,
Answer
Mike?
the question, please, sir.
What was the question?
thank you, Sean.
How do we find each other?
I knew there'd be a moderator in the group.
Like, how did we meet?
Yeah, you guys come from nowhere near each other, really. And you guys meet in some small little place like Red Deer.
Kijji for Remy and
Kijji.
Ryan.
Like before it was Tinder, like a dating.
Man-seeking man. It always comes back to that joke.
It always comes back. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, we hung out like 10 times before I knew he played drums.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to sell pickups on Kijiji, and I only get hot girls messaging me.
Local singles in your area.
I can tell the story of how I got into the band.
Sure.
It was not Kijiji or Grinder.
Okay.
So
There's an app called Ozone.
no. So I'd been in Red Deer a while, and I'd been to the Trash Ambulance shows, and they're like good or whatever. I thought they played too long all the time.
So you're a bit of a super fan.
Well,
No,
I had
super critic.
a limited amount of friends, and they're all in Trash Ambulance. So
Gotcha.
It was the one band. It was the one band where Sean didn't stare at his phone while they were playing.
Well, he did but half of it only. Instead of all of it.
when someone else sang. So I play bass, and I felt that I had a lot to offer this band on bass, but they had a bass player. So took these guys to an electro pop show in Red Deer.
I'm surprised there are.
Electro pop / goth.
Yeah.
It was like Depeche Mode.
Wow. This was your way of swooning them?
No, I got them really drunk. I made us all join hands and accept me into the band.
Really?
They didn't.
That is a true story.
That sounds terrifying.
They didn't believe that I wanted to join, so I had to convince them.
Join.
Had to convince them through electro pop and Jaeger shots. And what happened later that night, Ryan?
I don't remember.
I think you threw up, maybe.
No, I didn't throw up. I
You
guarantee
woke
that.
up on your daughter's couch, didn't
I
you?
woke up at my daughter's house. Yes, that's the night.
No idea how he got there.
With no idea how I got there.
So have you guys all been playing in bands since you were young, or is this, something that you picked up later in life?
Everybody's got talent but me.
But
I
you.
played in cover punk bands and stuff in high school, but didn't get anything really going until I moved to Red Deer.
Okay.
I've played in several notorious bands, including Booze Cruise, Illegal Relations, and Ted's Assassination, and a short stint in Sky's Kill.
Shameless plug.
For none of them.
Are they on Spotify?
No, I don't believe you can find them anywhere. Booze Cruise discography is available on Bandcamp.
So what's that scene like in Red Deer? Just paint a bit of a picture. I mean, I always assume smaller
you're
sort of
looking at
centers, don't have a big scene. Is that the case?
There's a lot of music going on, but as far as like the stuff we're playing, it's pretty much that's why.
Shows, though.
There's this other band called Loser Points. They're doing the punk thing too, but
Shout out to Alberta Crop Dusters.
yeah, friends of ours, they got a band going.
So are there shows? Are there people putting on shows? Are there bands coming through?
There are a ridiculous amount of shows for what Red Deer is.
Yeah.
All the big bands seem to be coming in, and all the bands in town seem to get to play those shows. So
is
it's decent.
it easy to survive as a band in a place like Red Deer, or do you guys find that you have to commute a lot to other places?
We got to head out. We only play every couple months, and attendance is hit or miss. Maybe we should have
went on a
shows.
streak where we played Red Deer a lot at the beginning of the year, though. Those were good shows.
That's true.
So you guys have been a band since 2014.
Boring since 2014.
Right, boring. That's right. And you have had a few lineup changes. How does a band survive that many lineup changes in just a couple of years?
Yeah, we just had to upgrade our firmware.
That's a good way of putting it.
Just kidding, guys. If you're listening, I hope they're not.
But I mean, does there come a point where it's like, should we just scrap this? Should we keep going? I mean, how many original members are still left in the?
Me and Ryan are the OGs.
Okay. And so does there come a point where it's like, well, maybe we should scrap this and start something new, or is it easy to just kind of find new guys and and go to cult meetings and pick them up.
This is such a different line of questioning from why didn't you keep Chimp Change going?
I like to mix it up, you know.
I don't know. I kind of do. We do got something else going. So, but as far as trash, we're kind of slowly getting a name for ourselves.
I don't think you guys were ever in doubt, though, because whenever Trashed was going through member changes, it was always when a record was coming out, wasn't it? So it's kind of had to nut up and get someone in there, especially guitar players.
Yeah.
So being in a band from Red Deer, do you guys come to Calgary a lot, or do you go up to Edmonton? I mean, it's kind of a nice central spot that you can kind of go either bigger city.
As far as trash goes, we haven't been to Calgary much. As far as playing, we played a house party once, right?
Yeah, this is really our first show in Calgary, legit.
Yeah. And you're in a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Have you played a lot of
Punk
shows
rock
in bowling
We've
alleys?
been telling everyone. We got on the
Just
bill.
like Josie and the Pussycats opening scene.
You're gonna have to paint that picture.
Oh, well, Josie and the Pussycats, the movie,
Yeah.
the opening credits, they got this like big rock star kind of filming of them playing a song, and then the credits end and the lights come on and they're in a bowling alley and no one's paying attention to them. So like they're like, thanks, local bowling alley.
That's kind of how you foresee the show happening tonight.
Well,
If we're lucky.
it's not my first rodeo in a bowling alley. The bowling alley in Yellowknife used to have a bar, and we didn't play in the bowling alley, but we played the bar next door, and any bands that were underage had to bowl instead of listen to the other bands.
You sound like the most worldly of the group.
Christ, it's just Yellowknife, man.
It's a long
He's
ways
been
from
around.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I played everywhere from Victoria to Quebec City.
So, Ryan, have you been in bands before, or is this your first band that you've been in?
This is pretty much my first legit band anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when did you start playing drums? Later in
when
life, earlier
When he
in life?
answered the ad.
Yeah, I just fooled around on drums a little bit. I was a guitarist. I was a guitarist, vocalist, just a home hobby kind of thing, and I always hated drummers, so I decided I'd want to be one.
Really? You hated them, so you wanted to be one?
Yeah, they never did what I wanted them to
Join
do,
the
so
enemy.
I tried to do what I wanted them to do.
So what's that experience been like? I mean, you say you're the least talented member of the band. But
Just the newest. Like, I don't have the experience that these guys have for sure, so I get super nervous for all the shows, and yeah, it's actually quite annoying.
Let me interject here. Are we allowed to swear?
you can do whatever you want.
This guy's a fucking rock back there. He is solid as fuck. As a bass player, he is such an easy drummer to lock into. So don't buy the bullshit that he's selling about not being good or whatever. Listen to the record. The proof's in the pudding.
Appreciate
Is
it.
there a hug
Available on
coming?
Thousand Islands Records.
Available on Thousand Island Records.
Yeah, so how does that come about? Were any of your other bands signed to record labels, or is this the first band that's been signed to a record label?
Laser Points was on one, but we don't need to talk about that.
It didn't work out?
No, not at all. But this guy, he runs a blog called Punk Normal Activity, and I do a podcast for them and write articles for them and stuff. So he's got to talking, and he puts out a lot of skate punk. So it was a good fit, I feel.
Is that
Ryan?
Is that a help for the band? Like, I mean, what kind of capacity is the record company working for you guys?
A lot of money.
Yeah.
They give us just tons and tons of money.
Like swimming pools.
Week after week, just it rolls in.
I don't even know why you're going to Colorado for work when you're making this much money.
That's a good point.
When I saw the Bentley pull up, I thought, well, maybe
Precisely.
Thousand Islands is the place to be.
Thanks, Bruno.
He's really good at like promotion and stuff. Is why we got on with him. So
So
we're really lazy about stuff like that.
And they fucking love us.
That's true. He legit.
They're like
cheerleader
they
for our
legit
band.
love us for sure. They're great people, honestly.
Do they? Does it take a lot of kind of the onus on you guys in terms of touring and getting records out and stuff like that, where you don't have to do as much yourself?
The record part, definitely. I mean, if we wanted to tour out east, they'd set it up in a heartbeat, but hasn't come up yet.
Well, and we're old, and
Yeah.
we don't really have. Sorry.
I think it's just one,
I'm
right?
old.
Yeah.
And we work and shit, and that's kind of obviously interferes a little bit with touring and anything like that. But we definitely at some point I think want to at least take a holiday, and a punk rock holiday, if you will.
Yeah. Does that get tougher? Like as we age. When you're in your early 20s and or late teens, it's easier to just pack up and hit the road.
I don't have any kids yet.
It gets easier when you're older because you're smarter.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. We did grimy ass touring when we were young. Like sleeping in the van, like just not showering at community centers once a week. And then we started getting smarter and we started spending our money on hotels instead of beer. It gets easier when you're older because you're not as dumb.
So you guys have a brand new EP that just came out, right? And
that's right.
Where was this one? Your first record was recorded in your studio, if I'm correct?
Yep, Overserve Studios, TM.
Oh, right. And now this one, where was that one recorded?
Same place. We just got a little better.
Really?
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, because I'd heard an interview with you somewhere else where you talked about the fact that you just weren't super proud of that recording, and now you've come into something where it sounds a lot different. It's a lot more polished. Did you record other bands in between that time to help you learn the recording process?
Yeah, I did, and just practice, and I don't know.
My metronome wasn't broken.
What metronome?
Right.
So does that song have some truth to it then?
Absolutely. It was written about me.
That must have been an awkward moment. Did it take you a long time to figure it
It
out?
happens all the time. Josh writes about all his friends.
So in the short time you guys have been together, what's the most memorable show you guys have played? I mean, you haven't played this one yet, so.
Yeah, this one's up there, I hope.
I know it's the answer for you, Ryan. It's always the same.
Well, there's so many. Like Belfast was one of the sickest nights ever. But if you playing with my heroes face to face was probably at least my epic moment.
I think I wasn't in the band yet, but I think playing the Scott Block Theater in Red Deer with Loser Points had to be a career highlight for Trash Ambulance.
That Loser Points comes back over and over, hey?
Shameless.
And for you?
Face to face is really good. I'd say we played with the Real Mackenzies a couple days after St. Paddy's Day. That was a super fun one. I want to say that was with our recent lineup, but that's a lie. So it was Ozone. Yes, we swapped out guitar players since then.
Oh, okay. So you have a new guitar player?
Yeah.
And has he played any shows with you yet?
Yeah, our little mini tour we did a couple weeks ago where we partied like teenagers and I got sick.
Yeah, the Real Mackenzie show was actually really interesting because a year prior to that show, literally to the day, we seen the Real Mackenzies just as a band, didn't open or anything like that, and just hanging out as friends. And I said to the boys that this is the group of people that we should be playing in front of. And lo and behold, 1 year to the day, literally we opened for the band, so it was pretty sick.
He did say that.
Moderator, once again. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Fact check.
He said it to Sean, even though Sean wasn't in the band. He said,
That's
you
exactly
will be playing
right.
with us.
I was there.
So you've been in bands, as in years past. Is it easier to survive as a band now, or is it harder to survive as a band now? I mean, there's been a lot of changes in the music industry over the years. Do those changes?
It's easier to get your music out there, but harder to get people to actually buy it.
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Do you make shirts on the side too?
No, it's like legit the best time to be in a band ever right now.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get people to listen. Like, I remember when we were kids.
I remember.
And I remember when we were kids and we had this outboard microphone on a boombox and we put it in the corner of the jam room that sounded the best. And just we record it live, and then the friggin' bass player in the band would take it to a party and play it. It's like, dude, you don't need to do that shit, man. Just post on Facebook, spam your friends. It's so fucking easy now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So what's the goal for the band going forward? I mean, you guys have been together 3 years. Sounds like you've done a lot in 3 years. Where do you guys plan? Where do you guys see the band, moving forward?
Stadiums.
Yeah.
Headlining an Ecuador tour.
Oh yeah.
No.
Is that where you're going?
No, I'm going to Nicaragua.
Oh.
By yourself?
I'm just going there for a wedding.
Okay. But where does the band go from? I mean, are there plans? Are there hopes and dreams?
Just keep recording music. I want to play some festivals if we can.
Yeah.
Like I'd like to play Pooza Fest. I think that one's attainable. Ryan?
Josh is a slave driver for making music, so the guy's got 150 demos in queue right now to release. So recording music, playing shows, just keep trying to get her name out.
All I get is a text every day. Sean, can you come lay this bass? Sean, come play this bass. Can you do this song? Can you do this song? It's insane. Lucky I live a block away.
So just talking about that, I mean, does that process get hard to make those cuts for the record when you've got maybe not 150 but a lot of demos?
Not
No,
really.
the 150 number is legit.
Yeah.
It's not legit. It's like 145.
Okay.
That's fair.
Evan's making the record. Not hard.
Like, does it become a band process to kind of decide which songs, or does that kind of fall to you?
It absolutely is not a band process. I did not see the track listing until it was released.
Because you weren't in the band. We already had the songs recorded.
I recorded on this record.
I know, but you just replaced the bass.
Yeah, but it wasn't released. I didn't see the track listing until it came out.
You didn't even listen to it till it came out.
Valid point.
Basically, Sean doesn't get a say.
He's like, when is this album out? I want to listen to it. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't have a CD player.
Yeah, dude, I was checking Spotify for like 2 weeks before it came out.
So how does the podcast start for you, Josh? Why did you start a podcast?
It's because I was like I said, I was doing interviews, like written interviews and stuff before. And I did a podcast with him before.
Okay.
We didn't fail to get a lot of traction, but it had potential. We had a couple hardcore fans, like literally 2.
I listened.
So is it more of an interview style podcast?
Yeah, what I do is I do 2 interviews usually per show, and then just a random playlist of other punk rock songs.
What's kept you guys in punk rock, for this long in your lives? I mean, a lot of people kind of fade in, fade out of punk rock music, but you guys seem to be, just picking up steam and keep going. What's kept you in punk rock?
I took a little breather on it in high school. It was a little bit overplayed for a while, but
In high school?
yeah, like later years, just every party was like Bob playing nonstop. And just kind of got a little annoyed with it, so
Sounds like a good party to me.
just got old. But I don't know, punk rock just always seemed to speak to me. The shows are usually affordable to go to and a good time.
Yeah.
Metal's a little bit too heavy for me. Ryan likes it though.
can weave Pearl Jam into this answer, Ryan.
I've got a little more diverse, I guess, taste in music, but punk rock's been my thing since I was in grade 9, and that's a fucking long time ago.
Punk is the best music, mic drop.
Thank you for not
What is
actually
it? What does
dropping
Fat
the
Mike
mic.
say? It's great music played by sloppy drunk musicians or something like that.
That's
Pretty accurate.
certainly true for him. Yeah. So let's go down the line, because our podcast is based on top 5 lists. So I wanted to know what top 5 bands influence you today. So Josh, we'll start with you.
Oh, you even warned me about this.
I did warn you. Yeah.
I didn't get warned.
Oh yeah, I forgot to pass it on.
Wait, you're going to be on the spot then. You've got about. I'd say Josh can do it in a minute. So you got about a minute to think on it.
Do we want serious answers?
Yeah. Serious ones.
I'd say Lagwagon, No Use for Name, Face to Face, Bad Religion, and the Nielsen's.
Is that another one of Sean's bands?
No,
Oh.
friends of ours from Edmonton that are just recorded a new album
Okay.
that should drop in the next 4 years. Knowing them.
To you, Ryan?
I was a hardcore fan a little bit, but unfortunately none of them really make the list, I don't think. So like I'm very similar to Josh. It would be like Strung Out, Bad Religion, Lagwagon. I got into punk rock listening to the Smalls, believe it or not, and probably No Use for a Name be up there.
This is Sean speaking.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this answer.
Band 1.
Drake.
Can you please not spoil band number 2 before I get to it, Ryan? Band number 1, Muse. Band number 2, Black Flag. What are you laughing at?
Quite a swing.
Band number 3, Bad Religion. Band number 4, Drake.
Drake makes the list.
Is Drake a band?
Yeah,
Why
Just a
not?
dude.
Well, he's a dude.
Artist, musician.
Artist.
I'll give it to you.
he literally
Yeah.
influenced influences
He does.
songwriting.
Dude, just how prolific he is and just how often he's pumping out music. Like, if you're not taking a page from his book, like, dude, he's been on, like, the Billboard top 10 list for, like, 100 weeks straight or something retarded like that. If you're not taking a page from Drake's book, you're not paying attention.
So number 5.
5. Tony Sly is a solo artist.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well,
No Bruce Springsteen?
are you a Big Boss fan?
Well, you know, Bruce Springsteen's my all-time favorite, but I couldn't honestly say that he influences my songwriting or my playing.
Fair enough. Well, good luck with the show tonight, guys. Thanks for doing this, and good luck with the years to come. Trash
Thanks for
Ambulance.
having us,
Thanks
man.
for having us.